Hi guys, it is Dom from Soundsphere. Just had a wonderful chat with the Rosettas. Wonderful, dynamic indie band from York. A really organic way to find them as well. I was watching Full for Arms TV and I was just like, this band are really cool. They've really got something. Such a diverse mix of influences, again from post-punk and alternative rock. But you're going to hear about that here. I believe this was their first interview they've ever done. So I really hope you guys enjoy this. Really, do go and support the band. Go and stream their stuff on Spotify and go and watch them at a live show around Yorkshire and beyond because they're going to do amazing things. So I'm really happy we got to support them. And thank you guys so much for making the time to watch this. I really appreciate it. Take it easy. See you soon. Awesome.
Recording in progress.
Recording in progress. There we go. Guys, it's a pleasure to sit with you. I became a fan at the end of last year and I kind of fell in love with your sound. Really cool sort of mix of alternative rock, post-punk vibes. I just loved it. Obviously, we are based in Yorkshire. We're always looking for bands that are in Yorkshire that are doing amazing things. And I just kind of really fell in love with your sound. But before we go into that, before we go into the sound, what makes you guys such a special band? Can I get an introduction for those that have never seen you, never met you before? We'll go round the room. If you could introduce yourself and your role in the band, please.
Sick. Paddy, you start.
I'm Paddy. I play bass. I'm Jed. I play like rhythm guitar, I guess.
I'm Benji. I sing and play the guitar also.
I'm the drummer. The coolest instrument.
Okay, but what's your name?
Oh, that's shit. I'm Ian.
It's all right. It's all right. Ian. It's good. Good intros. You're fine. It's all good. We've had some quite chaotic ones. The last one I did, the last Zoom interview, it was all glitchy and everything. So this is going swimmingly well. This is fantastic. So what brought you guys together? I've read the bios. You something about a crisp packet in 2000. In your which is interesting. But so how did you guys actually come up with what you guys are doing now? What brought you guys together? And tell me that story if you can.
Should we start right back at school?
It's quite a long one.
Yeah, to be fair, we've got quite a long story. Yeah, I mean, we I suppose us three, Jed and Benji, we were in school and we met together and we just started jamming.
Like 11.
Yeah,
so we were like, how old is that? Like
what, 15, 16.
And we'd like play in the like practice rooms
and stuff like that. Yeah.
It was sort of just, like a bit of fun. And then we were doing like all right, and then lockdown came. It took a bit of it wasn't really working out.
Bottoms up.
But then we were sort of like revived it, and then we were like searching for a bassist for a while.
We went through two bassists before, and then and then we met Paddy.
I was drunk next to a river. Ian said, "Can you play bass?" Sure.
That's how we met. And then he's not even a bassist. He just joined the band to be a bassist, and he's the best bassist.
Yeah.
Awesome. So there's quite a special bond there. You just kind of came together, and it seems like a really, for a story like that, where again, you never played bass and you kind of joined the band. That's fantastic. But it's a fine-tuned sound, a really thought-out sound, lyrically, melodically. So what goes into that? What are some of your musical inspirations? I see a Smashing Pumpkins t-shirt there. Fantastic. But yeah, can you give me some of your musical inspirations? What kind of what do you put into the melting pot to make up the Rosetta sound?
I suppose we've all got our individual people who are influenced by, and we kind of bring that into one. I suppose for me, I'm very heavily influenced by Foo Fighters because they're the best band in the world. No, I love Foo Fighters. And I suppose for you, maybe.
I mean, I feel like we'll bring a bit of Queens of the Stone Age in.
Maybe a bit of My Chemical Romance even. I suppose with some of the melodies, I'd say are influenced by that.
Leads, with the like octave leads, like we're a big fan of those.
Yeah, I love them.
I like funk and stuff.
Yeah.
Like reggae
so we've got quite a big list
of like Red Hot Chili Peppers and stuff like that. I like a lot of Hendrix, and I do like the Smashing Pumpkins. But funny story, I'm actually blocked by Billy Corgan on Instagram.
Okay.
I called him bald, and I called him bald, and he blocked me.
I mean, I spoke to Billy a few weeks ago.
Yeah, we saw that.
This is before I knew this. So you got to tell me the story now.
So basically, I just sent him a message of bald, and then he blocked me.
That's it. That's a good story.
You sent him a message and he just blocked you.
I said I called him bald,
which is horrible.
You called him bold or bald?
Bald, like no hair.
Oh, you called him. Oh, right. Okay. Yeah.
Just
Hey,
me, basically.
he's quite. Yeah, he's quite. Yeah. I've heard some stories of different people that have worked with him. I can imagine him blocking you for a comment like that. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not surprised.
Massive smashing punk, but I am a massive fan.
But you're wearing the t-shirt with pride. So, so on the off chance Billy comes back to this and sees this, we do actually have some fans of the Pumpkins in the band, Billy. Yeah. Well, what a story! What a story! There you go.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd ever actually have the balls to call Billy Corgan old.
No, I wouldn't. I mean,
you had the chance.
Yeah, I did. We talked about wrestling. He loves wrestling, so. But we're not here to talk about Billy Corgan.
Right,
We're here to talk about you guys. Well, you guys have had like a bit of a groundswell of support. York's music scene, he's has a lot of notoriety for supporting its local bands. Obviously, we've got bands that have travelled internationally and touring internationally. Howl and the Hum, Bull, obviously Bull signed to AMI. A great support network for wonderful indie and rock bands in York. How do you feel about the support you've received? Because you've had thousands of streams. You've obviously got I saw there was a raucous crowd for the Battle of the Bands performance. Seems to be a lot of love for you guys. How do you feel about that?
It's
pretty good,
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
like our first gig we did. There wasn't like loads of people, but it was still like a pretty decent crowd. And then it's just kept getting bigger and bigger. And like
our second ever gig was a sellout when it was huge.
Yeah, it was great. And it's like kind of shocking to us because we like started doing gigs and then suddenly there's loads of these people like
loving
obviously there's like our friends and stuff. Because we've got to bring them, but then
I think they stayed. They stayed because they
all stayed us. Yeah, and then more people have like followed suit, and it's like, what's happening? Like every gig is massive.
It's really good because everyone's like, it's good because everyone's kind of picks up on our lyrics. So like a lot of people that we haven't met before come to the gigs and we see them singing. It's just like, oh, it's sick, to see them doing that.
Yeah, I think we've also gotten lucky because we've got some amazing venues in York.
Yeah.
Like Fulford Arms and
Fulford Arms is amazing.
Great sound, and everyone's just so nice in the scene. It's sick.
It's really
like
good.
everybody knows everybody.
Getting 1,000 streams in the first day of Heaven when we released that, which was a demo, that was like, we were just like, what?
What's happening?
Quite loyal.
Yeah, we had some loyal fans.
Streaming it on repeat.
Yeah, but still, it still helped us a lot, made us feel good about it. So.
No, it's really cool to see, and I do that. You obviously talked about the lyrics there. Again, seem very provocative from a listener's standpoint. Again, very emotional stuff. When you're writing something like "Heaven's Not Enough" or "Homes," what kind of stuff goes into that? To me, it seems very personable. You're basing it on maybe your own life experiences, but then I'm just a listener. And that's my perception. So, from you guys, from the band themselves, what are the messages and ideas behind the songs that you've put out, and what kind of inspires you in general, lyrically, visually, etc.?
I mean, you wrote,
So "Heaven's Not Enough" and "Homes" are actually like some of the first songs we've like ever wrote.
Right.
And it was back when I was like, a hormonal. emotional team. Writing about girls,
you're breaking up,
So
the typical stuff.
That's where it started, I feel like. But it's just, I'm predominant lyricist, although now
I write a few songs. I feel like I would say I write quite poetically, like very metaphorical, and I tend to write about life experiences and stuff like that, and usually emotions just getting out in lyrics, and that's what I do.
I think I'm quite just like writing what I feel, not making it too complicated often. And also I quite like writing what sounds good. I think it's...
I mean, usually we just go, like, the way you created Heaven was just like you on the phone going, ba, 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 da, ba. That's how Heaven was made.
It was, I used to walk home from school. It was like a...
Did you really?
Yeah, it was like a 20-minute walk or something, and I'd just like hum like
a random song.
Ideas of like melodies and stuff, and that's kind of how it
started. That is how it all came up,
But now I think it's a lot more of a collective writing experience, which I think is...
Yeah, definitely. We're kind of all getting more involved with it now, like, especially like most recent songs. Definitely.
Yeah. I mean, I suppose that moves on nicely to another question. How tight are you guys? Like, obviously, you mentioned being in school and stuff together, and obviously chance meeting of bassists and things. But how close are you guys outside of the band? Again, to create such an emotional sound, it's like, again, it must hit hard quite a bit. So how close are you guys outside of the band? Pressure's on now.
Yeah, I'd say we're pretty close. I mean, we I wouldn't say we argue, but we tend to take the piss out of each other.
Although I think that's what helps our music. If he, especially him, if he does something I don't like, I'll just say it.
And I'm just like
really take offence. I think that's what helps us a lot.
Yeah, we're good at taking criticism from each other sometimes, you know.
But no, we're really good friends. Like,
we're all pretty close.
We meet a lot.
I'll say, we meet a lot.
Like me and you, playing music together for like
me and Jed. We've known each other since we were babies, like, you know. Yeah. So we've always been there, and then we obviously met you. We're all pretty tight, I'd say, pretty close.
Just a question I'd throw in there, because again, you are making quite a sort of a dark emotive sound. So again, you know, there's something in that. It's nice to know you guys are close and tight and support each other when you're writing these kind of heavy, you know, emotionally sort of taxing tunes. You know, I mean, you'll notice, like, so if you do listen and watch other interviews, one of the big questions I like to ask is around definitions of success. Now, I do want to ask that of you guys, because again, very quickly, you have experienced quite a level of success in terms of streaming, in terms of, you know, getting, you know, decent crowds to your shows. So as individuals, and if we can go around and get each of your definitions, how do you define success as an artist and as a person? And are they one and the same things, or are they two different things?
To me, success is to be happy, but also playing. I think for me, it honestly is just hearing people sing back your songs that you've written yourself. Like, I suppose it's more personal for songs that I've written. Definitely when I'm like sitting on drums and I can hear everyone singing it, I'm just like, oh man, that means a lot. You know, people actually appreciating like the music that I've made, and I suppose that already in itself is successful for me. I'm quite happy with that. And I suppose, just getting out of York, all that sort of stuff. I don't know, that's me, I suppose.
I mean, I would second that as well. I mean, when I started playing before, to people, I always just wanted to be able to influence people with what I write, get something inside of me out. But I feel like it's a bit cliche saying our success is being happy in a way. But you know, obviously it's true. But if we're happy and we're playing to people, even if it's a small crowd, it's just our way of measuring how good a gig is. Often isn't about how many people; it's how much the people that were there enjoyed it. So you know, if we can play to people that enjoy us,
that haven't seen us before as well, especially that's what matters a lot as well.
I feel successful already. I mean, we're playing the gigs, we're having fun. If more comes of it, great. If it keeps going how it's going, amazing.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm very similar.
We're all the same.
There's nothing more fun than on a Friday night or a Saturday night going to go play a gig. It makes you feel really special.
Yeah, no, it does. Yeah.
And I suppose it's a difficult question because music is it's weird to get success and being known for it. But we did Battle of the Bands and we didn't win it, but that wasn't it wasn't unsuccessful because we still got to the final.
No, we played really well as well.
But I suppose my level of success keeps getting bigger and bigger because we keep kind of hitting them. So we've got 1,000 streams or whatever, and we've done a headline where it's sold out, and it's what's happening, and so it just keeps jumping forward. It's kind of weird to keep track of, I guess.
Yeah. I understand that.
Riding the wave, man.
riding the wave. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, what are some of your future goals? Obviously, it is a well-trodden question, but you guys are obviously just starting out. So, you know, again, for each of you, what do you want to achieve with the band? Do you have any kind of aims for the Rosettas, and what your future?
I'd say my dream is to play at Wembley Stadium. I suppose, like a lot of people, I would die to do that. I mean, that'd be amazing, obviously. But I suppose just more. I don't know. What else was you? Well, goals. We've got a few goals, but that's my dream. But I suppose
predominantly we've basically we've only played in New York actually. So I think our biggest aim now is to get out of York, play some shows.
Yeah, I'm not being very realistic at the moment, but I'm far future. That's my far future.
Maybe when our first gig out of York will be in Wembley.
Maybe. What, a football game?
But then, I mean, we have plans to record other songs as well. We've got a studio.
Yeah, in my dad's garden, we've got our own recording studio down there.
Oh, wow.
So, and we've only just coming to that newly, so we're slowly getting better at the actual recording on our own, trying to learn that. And I suppose a goal is this year is potentially get an EP out.
Yeah.
But I think before that, we want to get a live EP out. So 3 or 4 songs, just lively recorded at somewhere.
I mean,
obviously, yeah.
Holmes is going to be on the radio tomorrow.
Yeah,
yeah.
Right before the interview, we got an email from like the BBC introducing people, being like,
Oh, good.
I'm on the radio.
And we were just like,
Awesome.
First interview, and then our songs.
first on the radio. Yeah.
There you go, man. I'm really buzzed for you guys, and obviously it's a great team over there. Jericho, BBC introducing North Yorkshire, good people. What was I going to say next? Oh yeah, it's a bit of a weird one. I haven't asked this for a long time, but I always, when I listen to your stuff, I'm like, this would be good on a movie soundtrack. I think it'd be cool. Like, and I was thinking to myself, it's a bit of a weird question. If you guys, you can each answer this, or you can answer together, whichever you prefer. If you could rip out the current soundtrack of any movie, you could take it out, but you have the job of soundtracking it with the Rosettas music, with the stuff you've written, with new stuff you've got coming up. What movie would you like to soundtrack that already exists, and why?
James Bond. James Bond. For me, it's definitely James Bond. I feel like because we've written some songs that sound a bit like it, but I just think we would be good at writing like a James Bond kind of song, like that emotion, but like the cinematic-y kind of feel. Because I write songs very like that. Like I write songs very cinematically and like big and open. I suppose because that's what I like doing as well. But I think for me, it would be James Bond. I think it would be really cool. Because I love like the minor. Yeah, it's all pretty sick. I don't know.
I'm not a big movie dude. I'm
a big movie dude.
I'm out of this conversation.
I'm struggling with this one.
Like James Bond.
5 hours.
Cool. Fair enough, man. Fair enough. I mean, there's some good picks there. There's some the weirdest answer I've had to that question, I think, possibly. Nice cross section in movies and stuff. Yeah. All right. Well, a couple more questions then to finish. The first one is: do you guys have a message? You mentioned obviously being able to record. You've got a studio in your garden. You mentioned obviously some of the fans and people that have supported you at gigs, whether that's family, whether it's friends, anybody that's got behind the Rosettas. What is your message to those people that have supported you in the past and will continue to do so as you go forward now?
Thank you. It means more than they think it does. I think. Really genuinely. Without them, I don't think we'd be here right now.
No, we don't.
No, definitely not. So obviously, we absolutely adore them for it.
Massive thank you.
Yeah, especially for the consistency.
Yeah, because there's a lot of people that just come to every single gig, especially like, even some people that we don't know. But there's always the individual few people that I see every single gig, and I'm like, I know you've always been here, and they're always coming. It just actually means a lot. The fact that they're taking their time out to specifically to come and see us potentially, and because it's like that's obviously an honour. Because it's like.
You pay your money
to come and see us. It's just
It
like,
always does feel weird.
I'd say, huge thank you. It really means a lot.
They're letting us have fun, and we hope they are too.
Awesome. I love that. I'm going to squeeze one more in because, again, it's a question I used to ask a lot, and I think it'd be quite fun for you guys to do it. If you guys could come up with a Frankenstein's monster for the Rosettas sound, so the head of Morrissey, the testicles of Foo Fighters, the left knee of, Idols, just hypothetically there, what would be the Frankenstein's monster for the Rosettas sound, and again, why?
Should we go? I think the head would be Foo Fighters, personally. Or the heart. The heart will be Foo Fighters.
You're the heart.
I'm the heart. I'll be Foo Fighters. Heart. What about testicles? Anyone?
I think. Wait. First of all, like something with the right hand, like the slap. I guess hopefully Les Claypool.
Nice. Yeah, good shout.
With the hands, and then
just specifically
just Frankenstein films. What body part?
I think. Like you said, Idols. That's for about like the massive, the huge sounding like fuzz and stuff. Like, I don't know how the body that would be.
I think it would be the legs.
I think we want
fuzzy legs.
Nah, they're like
fuzzy hair.
The arse of Idols.
The arse of Idols. That's it.
Nice.
I feel like we want the brain of Radiohead, but I don't think we've
brain. We haven't got it yet. No, Radiohead is another one we're influenced by.
Yeah.
Me, definitely Radiohead.
But I think it's hard to get. I mean, some stuff in Homes we've sort of felt are a little bit Radiohead. The sort of pre-chorus with
and Beatles. Someone said it. People have said it sounds like Beatles.
I mean, also the thing you do with your delay, it's got a similar feeling.
We lose the topic here.
We're right in the way.
Yeah.
Right. Have you got
Animal Part?
Animal Part. Frankenstein's Part. Let's say the head of Radiohead, but developing. Like we're still working on it. We can't get the head alive yet. We can't get to like.
We just need some
rise. Yeah.
Cool.
part. We've got the
Funky bit.
The feet of Funky Pete.
Feet of the meters. And like John Frusciante and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
John Frusciante is a good shout. Yeah, I
we've
like
got
it.
the wrist of James Hetfield.
Yeah, the wrist of James.
The mighty wrists of Hetfield.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Arms of Dave Grohl.
yeah.
I've been called Dave Grohl 2.0. I just wanted to say that. Someone's called
It's
me.
his one claim to fame.
That is my one claim to fame.
I've been told. I know. I play loud.
Nothing wrong with that, man.
Thanks for that, Badwin.
Nothing wrong with that, you know. So if you're testing Chris Took and the sound guys at the Fulford, I think you're doing a good job.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Cool. I guess this is the bit where we test if I've done my job properly. Is there anything that you would like to promote? Anything you feel like I've missed? Anything you want to plug before we finish up?
Suppose
I think the obvious plug on Spotify.
Yeah, Spotify, because it obviously means so much for the streams and it really helps us along, obviously, and just like
keep an eye on the Instagram because
even TikTok. We got TikTok because we did a TikTok a few days ago and it blew up a little bit. We're on 510k views nearly now, which we were just like what, and it was just us playing guitar, so that's good. But I suppose
Main thing Instagram, because that's where we've got everything.
Yeah, Instagram's that. Yeah,
But any social media. We've got a gig on Sunday, but that's too soon.
Yeah.
So,
but yeah, I'll say that. Spotify, help us out, guys. That would be really appreciated, I suppose, isn't it?
Spotify, Instagram, wicked. All right. Final one. I'm going to squeeze another one in. I do like to add a few in as we go. I know you're only early on your journey, but if there was a specific bit of advice, it could be music related, it could be life related, anything that you could share with each other and anybody in the world, a bit of a gem, a nugget of advice that helps you in your everyday life, something that you guys carry with you individually together, what would that bit of advice be?
I've
just feel it.
Just feel it.
We say all the time in the band. It's like if you're struggling with a part or
just feel it,
man.
And then it works.
It works.
I would say don't let tell people not to do stuff because I would say do what you believe is right and follow your heart. It all comes back to feeling it. Honestly, just feel it, man. If it feels right, do it. Don't take any criticism from anyone.
I mean,
do what you love.
This is a slight joke in the Rosettas because
I'm always like, just feel it, man.
You'll be like, we're tuning, and you're like, just feel it.
Like, no, you need to just tune, just feel it. And it just won't. The quotes.
Just feel the vibes, man. I love it.
Yeah, man. It's all about the vibes.
It's all about the vibes, man.
I'm gonna take that. I was gonna say that was a weird sentence. I was gonna feel myself. No,
that is what you should do.
There you go. Maybe that's what I'll get right now. Guys, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. I look forward to seeing you guys play live, to seeing your success as you grow and develop. And yeah, I'm buzzed. And thank you so much for making the time for me.
Thank you so much.
I really appreciate it. Thank you. Nice to see you.